Hello students, today I am starting the unit 2. Okay, unit 2 consists of two chapters. First one metal carbonites, second one is F block elements. So let us see the unit 2 chapter 1, that is metal carbonites. So metal carbonites here, in metal carbonites we'll study their classification and preparation properties here. So let us see the definition and classification today. So metal carbonites, the name indicates metal and carbonyl. So the compound consists of metal and carbonyl group are called as metal carbonyls. So here carbonyl group means CO group. CO group is bonded with the metal in this structure. So let us see the definition. These are the coordination complexes of transition metals with CO ligands. So coordination complex is a complex where CO group acts as a ligand and which donates electrons to the metal by means of coordinate covalent bond. So why we call this as a coordinate covalent bond here? So coordinate covalent bond means here ligand donates electrons and metal accepts electrons. After donation again they'll share those two electrons equally. So that's the reason we call this as a coordinate covalent bond. So many transition metals involves in this bonding. So transition metals means we can say D block elements. So D block elements, we know already D block elements comes of vacant orbitals. So because of vacant orbitals, they accept these electrons from the donor to maintain the stable bond. So that is the reason transition metals involves in this bonding. So let us see the example FeCO5, NiCO4, pentacarbonyl iron, tetracarbonyl nickel. Okay, so again they are classified into three types: mononuclear, bridged carbonyls, polynuclear metal carbonyls. So mononuclear metal carbonyls means what? Here we can say mononuclear. Mononuclear means mono, single metal atom is present in the structure. So they contain only one metal atom per molecule. Okay, those carbonyls are called as mononuclear metal carbonyls. General formula I can give you MCOX. So M can be only one time, CO can be many times. So I can give you FuCO5 again, CrCO6. Hexacarbonyl chromium is one example. Okay, now they are soluble in organic solvents like benzene and ether. So organic solvents means I can give you many examples like ether, benzene, diethyl ether. In those solvents it will be soluble and they are more volatile in nature. More volatile means more evaporative in nature. Okay, volatile property is nothing but evaporative property. Okay, so now coming to second one, bridged carbonyls. So bridged carbonyls means what? They contain two metal atoms per molecule. General formula I can give you M2COY. M can be two times but CO can be many times. So you can see here Fe2CO4, CO2CO8. So in this structure CO2CO8, you can observe the bridge between two COs. Okay, so among these complexes there will be bridge between two CO molecules. Because of this bridge we are calling this as a bridged carbonyls. They'll form a bridge like structure between two CO atoms. So you can understand the difference between here CO to CO8. CO is cobalt, capital C small o, cobalt. CO, here CO indicates ligand. Ligand both should be capitals, carbon and oxygen. Okay, so ligand both should be capital. So I'm writing equally CO. Okay, but here you can see capital C and small o I wrote. That is the reason we will say this as a cobalt. It is carbonyl ligand, it is cobalt ligand. You can see the difference here also in structure. Okay, now coming to the polynuclear metal carbonyl. So polynuclear means what? So it should contain three or more metal atoms per molecule. Okay, one molecule consists of three or more metal atoms. So MX, COY, X can be from 3, 4, 5, so on. Okay, so M is many times. That is the reason we'll say this is a polynuclear metal carbonyl. I can give you the best examples: Fe3CO12, CO4, CO12. They also have some properties. They're soluble. Here we said it is soluble, but these polynuclear complexes are insoluble. Insoluble in organic solvents, and they'll decompose before reaching melting point. Decompose means they'll break. So when you are started heating, before reaching melting point itself, they'll decompose, they'll break into different ions. So this is about definition and classification of metal carbonyls. Coming to the next concept, EAN rule. This rule was proposed by Sidgwick. EAN means effective atomic number rule. Okay, already we know metal accepts electrons from CO group. CO group donates electrons. Here, metal accepts electrons from the ligand until it reaches the nearest noble gas configuration. Okay, noble gases are the elements in the periodic table which are also called as a stable gases and zero group elements. So you can see helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon and radon are called as noble gases. Why? Because they are inert gases and their valence shell is completely filled. Due to that reason, they won't involve in the reactions easily. So they are stable in their nature. So they shows the noble behavior. So in periodic table, every element tries to gain the noble gas configuration. So here metal accepts electrons from the ligand until it reaches the noble gas configuration. Here also metal accepts electrons until it reaches the electronic configuration of noble gas. So let us see the formula of EAN rule. Atomic number of metal plus 2 into CO groups equals to G. Here Z, atomic number is Z of the metal, and 2 into Y. Here Y indicates the CO groups. 2 into Y equals to G means nearest noble gas atomic number. Okay, so now let us apply this for some examples of the complexes. So now I am applying for tetracarbonyl nickel, that is NiCO4. Firstly, I am applying this formula is applicable for mononuclear complexes first. Okay, for bridged complexes, we'll do the calculation separately. Let us see the mononuclear complexes, NiCO4. Here I am applying this formula, Z plus 2 into Y equals to 0. Atomic number of nickel is 28 plus 2 into each ligand donates 2 electrons. No, that is the reason we are keeping 2 here. So 2 into ligands 4, 2 into 4. Y indicates this number. Okay, 2 into 4 equals to G. 28 plus 8 equals to Z. So it becomes 36. 36 is the noble gas of electronic configuration of krypton, atomic number of krypton. So this complex is becoming stable by accepting 8 electrons from the 4 ligands. Okay. Now FeCO5, iron. Iron atomic number we know 26 plus, here each ligand donates 2 electrons. So 2 into 5 times CO is present. 2 into 5 equals to Z. So 26 plus 10 equals to Z. So again 36. Again, if this is the noble gas atomic number, krypton. Okay, here iron accepts 10 electrons from the 5 ligands to get the noble gas configuration. Next we can see MoCO6, molybdenum complex. In this complex you can see clearly CO present 6 times. So 42 is the atomic number of MO plus 2 into 6 times CO is present. So each CO donates 2 electrons, to 2 into 6 equals to Z. So now 42 plus 12 equals to Z. So now it totally becomes 54. 54 is the atomic number of xenon. So it also molybdenum attains a noble gas electronic configuration by accepting 12 electrons from the 6 CO ligands. So this is about EAN rule in mononuclear complexes.